Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are walking to an island. Yes, you heard that correctly. Out in Clearwater Beach, there's an island called Caladesi Island, which typically you take a ferry. But today, we're going to be walking there because a long time ago, a hurricane came through that built a sandbar connection. So you can actually walk to an island, which is pretty crazy. And if you're looking to go yourself, definitely try and park as close to the residential side of North Beach as possible. We parked all the way at the end, right before the neighborhood starts. And then basically go out onto the beach and turn right and just go all the way right until you cannot go right any longer. We're about a mile in so far. Pretty easy walk. If you do want to bring your dogs, by the way, North Beach does allow dogs, but you cannot bring dogs over to the island. So you can walk as far as to the corner where they meet, but not any further. So if you do want to bring your dogs, that is something to note. But besides that, honestly, a really relaxing, beautiful walk. And if you are wondering what you should bring, we just brought one sandwich for each of us, 4 water bottles, a pack of nuts, and then just an iced tea, half lemonade. I do recommend bringing lots of water. It is hot here in Florida and on the beach especially so. So do make sure to bring lots of water and at least some food because it is 8 miles round trip. You are going to get hungry. When you do get to Caladesi, there is a concession stand, I'm pretty sure. But if you don't want to spend money, because oftentimes places like that are really expensive, I do recommend just bringing your own little cooler. But don't pack too heavy because it is a long walk. You are going to get tired. So either bring someone that is used to carrying something heavy or just pack light. Jet skiers. It is also high tide right now, and I know it's a big thing. Do you go during high tide? Do you not go during high tide? So far, it hasn't affected us, although we haven't gotten to the crossing, but we'll see how much, because some people say it goes to your knees, others just to your feet. So we didn't really take that into consideration, but we will see when we get there. Around 1.2 miles since we started walking. I will say as you walk it gets better because there's less and less people. It becomes much more secluded. Also there's like a bunch of mansions to the side that you get to look at, which gives you something of a view, which is cool. There are some ridiculous mansions. And then as far as sea life, we've seen some flying fish, which was really cool. Like a whole school of like flying fish, and they're running from something. So I was like trying to put the drone up, see if there was a shark. No shark, unfortunately, quite yet, but absolutely stunning walk. If you're from Clearwater and haven't done this walk, you should do it. It's very easy. It's not strenuous at all. And like I said, it's empty and it's a Sunday. So it's a perfect time to do something like this. I'm really enjoying myself. You can tell we're starting to get close because instead of residential properties, it's now become more of wilderness. And these trees are a classic sign that you're getting close because here at Caladesi Island, people like to decorate the trees with seashells. A lot of people on here put shells for remembrance of their dead or just good memories. So you'll start to see these trees that have a bunch of shells on them, and the fact that it's definitely much more wildernessy than it is people touristy residential. This is where it starts right here, where these trees meet the water. You can tell you're gonna have to walk through the water. During low tide, I'm assuming you can go all the way around here without there being any water. But we did come during high tide, so that's something to take into account. But it doesn't look very deep. It looks to be maybe shin level, so that's not too bad. Bunch of little fish. Little fishies. So it goes like waist deep. It's not too deep. It's honestly kind of refreshing. I'm not gonna lie. actually kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed coming during high tide. I almost feel it could be better than low tide. It's a little experience.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like it. It reminds me of the Narrows in Utah, if you guys have ever been there. It's kind of similar to that. Look at this. Goes all the way. Goes all the way down. Do you need to take a break? Huh? Like a whole party up here. Officially, it has taken us 2.3 miles to get here. We did track it. It took us about 2.3 miles in an hour and a half because we were stopping, taking photos, enjoying it. So not too bad of a walk at all. We did settle on these mangroves right here just because there is some sort of shade. We didn't want to go to the beach because we didn't want to haul an umbrella here, so all we have was towels. So I'm gonna get in now because it is hot as heck out and I've been dying to go in the water. The water looks so nice. So let's freaking go in. We made ourselves a home in the mangroves, so there's some shade because over there was no shade, but it's actually really beautiful in here. I know I keep saying that, but it actually is such a nice thing to do if you are from Florida, to come and actually do the things that make Florida so nice. We just hung out here, ate some sandwiches, read some of our books, and then just chilled, honestly, because even though it's not a hard hike, it's still hiking, so you're just walking. So it was nice to just get some rest in, and now we are gonna walk back. It is absolutely insanely nice of a day. I'm excited to walk back because I want to get back in the water, but let's go. We have around 2.4 miles back, which is around an hour and a half walking slowly. You can do that quicker if you are in a rush, but let us go. Tide is getting higher since we came here. It's gotten maybe a foot higher, so it does look like it's gonna be harder on the way back. But still, like I said, I find it kind of fun. It's kind of an adventure. It gives very much narrow vibes in Utah, which I like. It's fun, exciting, and something different than just hiking through land. We just got back to the car, got some acai that was well needed. I was starving. I have some final thoughts for you guys. So first of all, I want to say I really enjoyed and recommend this hike, walk, I guess, to anyone that is in the area. I would probably give it a 7.5 out of 10, which is a really good rating as far as my ratings go. 5 being average, 10 being like the best trail in the world. 7.5. I will say we packed pretty light. All we brought was my camera bag, a bag with like 2 towels, sunscreen, and then a little cooler with water and food. And my advice to anyone going is pack even lighter. If you can't, just bring one backpack and that is all. You don't even really need towels because the sand there is kind of compact. It really won't make a difference if you have towels, and that added a lot of space and weight to our carrying. So I would recommend to pack very light, literally just your food, water, and that is all. Then I will say a lot of people said don't go during high tide because you have to walk through the water, but that was probably the best part in my opinion. It was the funnest part. If it hadn't have been high tide, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much because it would have just been a plain old walk. Whereas going during high tide made it feel like more of an adventure than just a walk, if that makes sense. But obviously go with your own discretion because everyone knows their own limits, and if you are elderly or have some sort of disability and can't go through the water, take that into account for the time of the day that you're going and the tide. We actually went close to the peak tide in the day, and it just made it so much fun. So if you do like stuff like that, or you're younger or able, go ahead and go during high tide. It makes it so much more fun. And that is it for the vlog, everyone. I'm exhausted. I'm honestly probably gonna go home and take like an hour nap. Nothing is more exhausting than walking like 4.5 miles in the Florida sun when it's 90 degrees. So I am dead. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I'll see you next week.